The courtroom fell silent the moment the lawyer stood up, straightened his suit, and said the words no one expected. "I'm withdrawing from this case." A soft gasp rippled through the room. At the defense table sat a woman who looked nothing like the headlines had painted her. No diamonds, no entourage, just trembling hands folded in her lap and eyes that searched the room for hope, and found none. Her name was Eleanor Whitmore, a billionaire accused of orchestrating a massive corporate fraud. The media had already convicted her, the public wanted blood, and now even her own lawyer had abandoned her. The judge leaned forward. "Ms. Whitmore, do you have representation?" Eleanor swallowed hard. Her voice cracked. "No, Your Honor." That's when it happened. From the back of the courtroom a voice rose. Rough, unpolished, but steady. "I will defend her." Every head turned. Standing near the exit was a man in a faded blue janitor's uniform, mop still in his hand, name stitched crookedly on his chest. "Samuel." The judge blinked. "Sir, this is a court of law." Samuel nodded. "I know, I've been cleaning them for 30 years. Laughter broke out. Reporters smirked. Even the prosecutor shook his head, but Samuel didn't flinch. He walked forward slowly, as if every step carried a lifetime of weight. "I don't have a fancy degree," he said, meeting the judge's eyes, "but I know when someone's been left alone, and I know what it looks like when truth gets buried under fear." The judge sighed. "Do you have any legal background at all?" Samuel took a breath. "I used to, before my wife got sick. Before I sold my law books to pay hospital bills. Before the firm I worked for told me I was replaceable." The room shifted. Eleanor turned to him, stunned. "You're a lawyer." He gave a small smile. "I was, and I still am, just without the suit." The judge called a recess. Outside the courtroom, Samuel learned the truth. Eleanor hadn't committed fraud. She tried to expose it. The real criminals were inside her own company, men powerful enough to threaten her lawyer into silence. When the trial resumed, Samuel stood tall. He spoke calmly, clearly. Piece by piece, he dismantled the lies. He revealed hidden documents he'd found not through influence, but through kindness, a nervous clerk, a scared assistant, people who trusted him because he listened when no one else did. The courtroom transformed, murmurs turned into silence, silence into awe, and then came the twist no one saw coming. Samuel revealed the final document, proof that the fraud had been engineered by the very law firm that had abandoned Eleanor, the same firm that once fired him when he asked questions they didn't want answered. The judge slammed the gavel. Case dismissed. Charges dropped. The courtroom erupted. Eleanor broke down, tears streaming freely now, not from fear but relief. She turned to Samuel and whispered, "Why would you do this for me?" He shrugged gently. "Because someone once stood up for me when I had nothing, and it saved my life." Weeks later, the headlines told a different story. Eleanor Whitmore declined interviews. Instead, she funded a legal aid foundation, quietly named the Samuel Project, dedicated to defending those abandoned by the system. And Samuel, he still wore the same blue uniform, but now when he walked into a courtroom, people stood, not because of his title, but because of his heart. Because sometimes the person who saves you doesn't come in a tailored suit. Sometimes kindness walks in holding a mop, and it reminds us, when the world turns its back, humanity still knows how to stand up.